Good morning, good morning, good morning, beautiful. It's Kev B. back, man, Mr. Believe. And today we're going to talk about strengths versus weaknesses. Now, as entrepreneurs, it is very important that we do self-assessment. We take the time to really assess our attributes. What are our strengths and what are your weaknesses? And you have to be very mindful not to downplay your weaknesses or to even upplay your strengths. It is important. The reason why it's important for us to take an assessment of our attributes to find out what we're strong at and what we're weak at is because for us to be efficient, to be a much more efficient entrepreneur, it is very important for you to focus on what is it that you are strong at. And whatever it is that you find as your strong point, you focus and you cultivate that. Your weak points is where you either outsource, you partner with, or you hire someone to help you or to strengthen you in that area. Why is it important for that? Is because too many times as entrepreneurs, because we have, or you may not have such a large budget, you may not have a large amount of capital, we get bogged down with trying to do everything and be a jack of all trades. So we'll try to take care of every aspect of our business, from marketing to sales to client relations to employee relations. You try to do the payroll, you do your accounting, you do your employee handbook, you worry about everything in your day-to-day operations of your company, as well as some people still work in their company or their business. And when you do something like that, you can get burned out very easily, very quickly. And that's not what you want to do. And what it also does, it gives you, or it weakens the ability for your brand to grow and to scale. Because if you, one person, is doing everything, you gotta remember, like on the previous video I spoke about, we all individually only have 1,440 minutes in a day. So there's only so much that you, as an individual, can do. So for example, like with me and my security, there's no way that I can bill my clients. Like I bill on a bi-weekly basis. I bill for about almost 700-800 hours, 1,600 hours in a month. But you know, in I think in a month's time, there's only about, I forget the number, 24 times whatever. There's only a certain amount of time in a month. I want to say it's about 600, a little less than 700 hours in a month. But I'm able to bill multiple clients for a total of almost 1,600 hours in a month. I can't work 1,600 hours. It's impossible because I only can work maximum maybe whatever the 600 and something hours in a month. And that's working straight with no sleep. Even that is impossible. We all know to work 30-something days straight, no sleep, is impossible. So how am I able to bill for 1,600 hours in a month? Simple. I outsource the work, or I hire employees to help me. So now, rather than me working at each individual location or each individual spot, I am placing people in position to go and work for me in those areas. Do I still collect money from those hours? Yes. So by teamwork and collaboration, I'm able to now scale my business and do more hours, and now in turn make more money. But there's so many people who would want to be a one-man show and be that one person, and you can never ever scale your business to a height where the goal as every entrepreneur is to scale your businesses to the level where you don't have to be there every day. And if you're doing everything, you will never be able to scale your business to that level. So you have to start to plan and put things in place where you are working less and your business is just working more for you. That number one, you have to know your strengths. And number two, you have to know your weaknesses. Now, sometimes it's hard as an entrepreneur to admit where you're weak. But if you watch the previous video that I did on accountability, I spoke about where the best and most confident people are the people who are the most vulnerable. For example, if you look at the artist, the singer Lizzo, she has no problem showing off and exposing her body in what people may say is a little risque, type of fashion. But Lizzo is not what you would call your typical model. She's not your 5'6", 5'7", 120, 140 pound, slender, hourglass shaped female. No, she's your plus size, big girl with a little extra cushion for the pushing. So for her to now, because I'm pretty sure people have probably tried to ridicule her or bash her and say, oh, why you looking like that, or why you doing that? But I commend her, because it takes a certain level of confidence to allow yourself to be vulnerable like that. And as an entrepreneur, you're gonna gain more confidence, and you're gonna have more confidence in your strengths when you're vulnerable with your weaknesses. Because now you know, hey, I'm not good at that. But this right here, I know I can strengthen it. I know I can do that. I know I have that. You know what I'm saying? So doing those things and practicing those practices, it doesn't weaken who you are by admitting your weaknesses. It actually strengthens who you are. And it actually makes you more, what do you call it? It makes you more personable. When you're able to let people know where you're weak and you're vulnerable at, it lets people feel like that you're letting them in, and they can be more a part of your journey and get to know who you are. One of my strengths, I would say, my strength is logistics. Like, I'm very good at figuring out how to plan out a day. Like, if you had to deliver something or make sure that certain people were working at a certain time. I'm really good with managing logistics and things like that. I'm really good at that. But now when it comes to maybe I'm not very great with paperwork. It's not one of my strong points. I do my paperwork, but I do outsource a lot of my paperwork. I look over it, I make sure it's done properly, but I outsource a lot of that things because I'm not really good. I'm not strong in that. I don't want to say I'm not good, because you can be good at whatever you put your mind to, but it's not my particular strong point. Or, for example, I will admit that at times I may not be the most emotionally available person. So what I did to combat that was I have a person on my staff who's a little bit more emotionally charged. So they're a lot more thankful and gratitude towards other people and make more warming and loving towards people. It's not that I'm not grateful or thankful. It's just that my personality doesn't exude the exuberance of that joyful, cheerful person. So I had to partner with somebody who had that side of it. So when people meet the two of us, it's like they know, oh, you're the business guy. It's so funny when people meet me after speaking with him, they're like, yeah, you're the business guy. You're more level, calm, and yeah, you're there. And also what I did was I also brought on a woman on my staff, because, you know, women, they're just more empathetic and they're more detailed when it comes to paying attention to people's emotions and just being more attentive to people's personal and personalities, and being able to cultivate those things. Because women are natural nurturers. So I brought a woman on to help nurture my staff, because it's a bunch of men. When you're inside of my industry, unfortunately, it's really dominated by men. But what I'm finding is that the women that do embark and are part of the security industry, they are on point, man. I promise you, anytime I've worked with a woman security officer, not every case, but most cases where I've worked with women security officers, they have been 10 times much more productive and efficient than the men. I don't know what it is, but women just got that magic touch. So what I really want you guys to take away from this video is focus on your strengths. Be vulnerable enough to allow people to help you with your weaknesses. And it's ultimately going to build your confidence and make you a better entrepreneur. Kev B, Mr. Believe. Catch you on the next video. Hey, I'm back, man. If you like these videos, you like the information that you're getting, remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment at the end of these videos, and let's talk about it. Peace.